My question is for Harold Albright. During the opening statements, I heard Mr. Rosehart make what I took to be a fairly derisive comment about the fact that you're a backbencher. And I was just wondering if you could help us with what sort of influence or what sort of input you may have as a backbencher, if any. Thank you.
Thanks for that question, Greg. There's no question that the influence of a cabinet minister will be more public and more visible than a backbencher, but I'm proud to be a backbencher, actually. I have a lot of opportunities to be involved at the committee level. We have each backbencher serves on 2 different committees within the House of Commons. So every week, I meet twice a week for 2 hours on each committee. We have a lot of input there. I'm also honored right now to serve as the Deputy Whip for our government. I'm still a backbencher, but I have a lot of opportunity to interact directly with the Prime Minister and a group of about 4 MPs every week we meet to discuss our caucus agenda. There are many other ways that backbenchers have influence, one of them being one-on-one speaking with our ministers. We meet in the lobby. We may have an informal discussion over issues that someone in my riding is facing, and I may intervene on their behalf with a cabinet minister. So we have direct access to the cabinet ministers. We have direct access to the Prime Minister.
I'm not a backbencher, so I'm not really sure how to answer that question. But I did have that question brought to me. They said, if you were elected as a Green MP, how could you have any influence in Parliament or for your riding? And I said, well, that would be very interesting and wonderful, because if I was the one of the few Green members elected in this election, then this whole riding would be looked at something different, and it would attract any new green environment, people developing green initiatives to this area for that reason. So I think it would be a wonderful thing to be that green rep in Ottawa. Thank you.
Yes, Albert, I'm not a backbencher either, but over the last 25 years, I've represented thousands of workers across the region. And I've done a lot of committee work, a lot of executive board. I sit on a couple of HIPs and boards as well, so I understand the concept of getting the work done behind the scenes. To specifically answer the question of a backbencher, if you hire me on May the 2nd, I will definitely get back to you on that right away.
I think in the Canadian parliamentary system, backbenchers have an important role to play. I'm not sure the quote I used was a quote from the Prime Minister. That's how he seems to categorize backbenchers. And again, I think it's just symptomatic of what's wrong in Ottawa with the current government.